Produced by DM3 Entertainment. Letting you know that melanin is sexy. And learn to love melanin masculinity. And letting the ladies know that virtuous femininity is your superpower. And encouraging men to be on their purpose. And the ultimate goal is a melanated nuclear family by any means necessary. So sit back and enjoy yourself, and you might learn something. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? If you're watching me on YouTube, watching me on Rumble, I'm trying to get back out here and make these videos and do what I do. I was going to go live, but some of the stuff that I wanted to rock out with didn't download the way I wanted it to. So I said, let me just jump on this real quick. I was watching Anton Daniels this morning, and I was watching one of his old clips. And on one of his old clips that happened, I think it was like Monday, because they always have like a panel on there on Mondays. And they were talking about how they couldn't believe how many people are now saying that they rock with Trump. And they're wondering, like, are Black Americans just jumping on the bandwagon saying they rock with Trump, or did they truly rock with Trump, or was it that the numbers are lying, that it was only 20% of Black men, of Black American men who voted for Trump, or is that true? Was it only 7% of Black women who said they voted for Trump, or are these people just jumping on? But I'm gonna tell you like this. Even if they jumping on, it's time for you to do that. It's time for you to get off of that sinking ship called the Democratic Party, because it's just nonsense starting basically now. It's like those who have been woke, like myself, and when I say woke, I mean our mind is open. We're free thinkers. We're people who take the knowledge and the wisdom that God has given us, and we have used it and not been abused with our minds just following what the people think we're supposed to follow. So I got a couple of clips here that I want to hit up for you, and I want to show you the fact that if you are still watching woke media, if you're still watching liberal media, these are things that you got to get away from. And this first clip I'm gonna hit you with, and it's basically two clips. One for both of them for the View, and another one having to do with the town hall meeting in Chicago, because we know that mayor in Chicago, he needs some serious help with his mental, because it makes no sense what he's doing out here. So let's start real quick with this one here, and let's go. And I got this off a young lady that I watch straight out of Australia. She calls it "Lefties Losing It," but it seems like it's true. But let's go.
In with the ladies of the View, and today we hear this.
I want to stop this real quick. As you keep going, and you're gonna hear her, she's gonna say something like, half of America was rocking with the with voting for VP Harris. But in actuality, no, because if you look at these charts and you look at the red map that you see here, and I'm going to tell you like this, Black Americans, the brothers, y'all got to start definitely leading the women, because they're going to constantly keep saying that the Black man ain't this, the Black man ain't that. Y'all got to let it go in one ear and out the other. Y'all got to start pulling up your pants, literally, and you got to start not listening to what these young ladies or these women say about you, and start building a narrative showing that you are about something. And in the next 4 years, we got to get this 20% of Black men voting for the Republicans up to at least double that. Next time we vote, it needs to be at 40%. And I definitely would want it to be at 50, because the thing is, you have the right, if you want to, rock out with the Democrats if that's what you want to do. But we as a people should not be giving them more than half of our devotion to what they're doing, because they don't deserve to have nothing higher than that to be following behind them, because you need balance. It's like when you're on the seesaw. If all the weight's on one side, it's not going to go up and down. It's not going to balance. It's going to be outweighed one way or the other, and that's one of the biggest problems that the Black American community has had. We have been teetered on one side for just too long, and when it's teetered on one side, it's not moving, and that's what we've been doing. We haven't been moving. So, like I say, take a look at that. And then also, my sisters, I definitely appreciate the 7% that did vote for Trump and did wake up and say to themselves, enough is enough. But like I said, sisters, y'all got to quadruple that. Next voting, we have to be 50-50. At least that. In actuality, I wish that it would be flip-flop the other way. And in 4 years, we should be more red than blue, but at least have it 50-50. Because to that point, they're going to start to realize that you can't take the Black American for granted, and you have to start showing improving and stop just talking, because that's what the Democrats been doing. Talk. And let this finish, and this is, y'all will see. Let's go.
Of truth from Joy Behar. They are haters and they are miserable.
You know what's in the air, Whoopi? Trumpism. We lost the election. Wait a minute. We lost the election. We're miserable. Half of this country is miserable. And let's just tell the truth. We hate that he won.
Yeah, they hate that he won, but does that map look like half of the country voted the other way? Like I have here on the screen, it looks more like 75% of America is tired of the liberal nonsense. They're tired of the wokeness. They're tired of being told how to talk, how to act, how to behave. You know, everything that the Democrats say about the Republicans, they're speaking in existence of what they're truly doing. So let's continue.
We hate everybody's uptight and crazy right now.
They are miserable. Yes, we know. We know that. Not
Yeah, like you said, they're miserable. And you see how he won in the land. He won. They would say a landslide, but he definitely doubled what she did, or he was 100 and something over what she did. And the fact of the matter is, people are definitely waking up to know that this is not the way to go. Not at all. Not at all. So that's the first one. So now I'm gonna take y'all to where there were some Chicago residents getting tired of Mayor Johnson and his foolishness, and we're gonna see what they're saying.
Mayors out here and governors, y'all talking about crashing out for these illegals, right? You all stood up there and said you would not allow Trump to come in here and get these illegals. Yeah, you can smile. We're in $1 billion deficit, and you spent half of our money, half of that on illegals. You campaign and double down that you would not raise property taxes. I ain't gonna do that. You campaigned when the wild doing that. And here we are right now. You wanted to raise our taxes $300 million. They shut it down. Now we back here for $150 million. Okay. See, this is what we asking now. Since you want to crash out, some of y'all said y'all willing to go to jail for it. Trump, Tom Homan, make an example of this Negro right here first. Please come here first. Because you know.
I'm gonna stop it right there, because if y'all listen, he's about to try to correct the way she speaks, and this is the thing I keep saying: we are not children. We do not need to be told how to talk. And this is one of the biggest issues that you have on social media because it has been indoctrinated with the woke mentality that every word is offensive. Every word, you can't say this, you can't say that. But in actuality, what she's about to say is what our ancestors were called Negroes, right? They're not talking about, and even the other word, people should be able to say that freely too, because of the fact of the matter is, like, if someone truly wants to say that word, then that shows you what their mentality is, and you want to know the mentality. See, for the last, I would say about the last 20 to 25 years, you've been allowing people who truly have disdain for you to fake and play and cover up their true feelings because they're not able to speak the way they want to speak because woke mentality has said you can't say this, you can't say that. But like I said, all she did was call the man a Negro. And in Spanish, Negro means black, right? So if you use the term Negro, she's calling him black. And that's the thing we have to start realizing and understanding and doing our studies and stop being told what to say and how to talk and find out for yourself. So like I said before, she's going to be told what to say. And this is the thing that Black Americans are getting tired of. You're not our parents. You can't keep telling us what to do and how to talk.
Well, we're going to help you. We want a forensic audit. We want a forensic audit from you. We want
You said Negro. Negro.
We want a forensic audit from you. Because you spent all money. No, you want to go on our taxes. And you think we got to say something?
You have to make sure that your language is appropriate.
Okay.
Negro is in the, no, Negro.
Alex Rodriguez, you went on there saying you gonna spend all tax dollars.
Michael
Rodriguez, you said to take Trump to court to protect these illegals. You said you're gonna spend our tax dollars to take Trump to court to protect these illegals if they try to come in here.
The roads are running.
And then you said that they all of y'all in cahoots with each other to do it. Okay, so now we're about to make y'all famous. We're gonna let all y'all constituents know who y'all bragging for. That y'all wouldn't spend our tax dollars to protect illegals and to get them legal services. So that's what we doing. That's cool because we about to make all of y'all aldermen famous. Y'all think this ass gonna rat? I think not. Chicago is. We not playing.
Now, like the young lady saying, she's not playing. A lot of Chicago residents are waking up and understanding it's time to stop playing these games because they will take the money that you pay in taxes and spend it on illegals, people who don't even belong in this country. And then they try to make you feel bad by saying, don't call them illegals. They're here because they're under a certain statute. No. You jump over the fence, you cut the line, you're breaking the law. And if you're breaking the law, then you need to be dealt with. Because if any born American would have done what they did, let an individual jump over the fence of a business they want to get into so they could be the first in line to go where they want to go. I don't think that would happen. I don't think it would be a very good outlook or a good ending for that American for cutting a line or going on property that doesn't belong to them. It's called breaking an entry, and that's what these illegals are doing. Now, they're giving all this energy out saying how they're going to protect illegals. They're going to try to stop Trump from doing what he needs to do. This should wake you up to say, they don't care nothing about you. Democrats don't care nothing about you. the Black Americans who follow Democrats that are Republican senators or any of this politics stuff, it's all about money for them. It's all about making sure that they stay on a higher level, making the money they make while making you think, oh, they care about you. If they truly cared about you, then they would get rid of the illegals. They would get rid of these people that's invading your neighborhoods. And what it is, Black Americans, it's time to really wake up. And like I said, hopefully the next 4 years, there's going to be a lot of woke up individuals, and they're going to realize that Republicans were never their enemy. It was a lot of propaganda. And they talk about how Trump does this, Trump does that. They talk about how he'll lie to you and how he only looks out for his people. Well, everything they say about Trump is truly what's inside of them. Because here's another example, and I know you guys all heard about this. Check it out.
Going on. You know, throughout his term as president, Joe Biden was persistently asked about whether he would intervene in the court case against his son, Hunter. Take a look.
Is there any possibility that the president would end up pardoning his son?
No.
And have you ruled out a pardon for your son?
Yes. It's still a no. It will be a no. It is a no, and I don't have anything else to add. Will he pardon his son? No.
Does the president have any intention of pardoning him?
We've been asked that question multiple times. Our answer stands, which is no.
Yesterday, Biden had a change of heart, granting his son a full pardon on tax evasion and federal gun charges. He released a statement that, quote, says no reasonable person who looks at the facts can reach any other conclusion than Hunter was singled out because he is my son. That is wrong, and there's no reason to believe it will stop here. Now, I hope Americans will understand why a father and a president would come to this decision. So the question is, will people understand? That you know who's been asking, you know, are you going to pardon the January 6th folks? Actually, probably not. But I kind of feel like I look at the list of folks that you know who pardoned during the first term. He granted 200.
I'm going to stop it right here. Now, this is the part where I tell you, and I've told people many times on my TikTok channel, I've told people in person, I've told this to my children. They like to fearmonger, 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 fearmonger. This is what they do. When the kitchen gets hot and they're in the kitchen burning it down, they want to point the finger and say, hey, but look at that guy over there. This has nothing to do with Trump. This is showing you all of the lies they've been telling you and making you think that the bad guy is Donald Trump, but in actuality, the bad guy is the man sitting in the Oval Office right now. You know, they don't make it understood. They try to make you not understand by putting a smoke screen up, making you think all this time, Democrat good, Republican bad. Let me explain something to you. Whatever works for you, if you want to follow the Republican Party and it works for you as a personal individual and it's making your life good, then rock out with it. And like I talked to one of my fraternity brothers, he said that the reason why he was so much pushing towards the Democrats because he was sick at one time and they helped him out on some medical laws that changed and he didn't have to pay something and it saved his life. So with something of that nature, I had nothing to say. I'm like, hey, it worked for you. But what I'm trying to explain to people is stop going for the okie doke and every time they say something, you just automatically go, oh, Republicans bad. Oh, Trump is bad. No, these people are bad because they're lying to you in your face. Then when someone else lies to you, they try to defend their lies. And then now they're going to be saying, oh, if that was your son, you would get him off, right? By nature, yeah. But we're not gonna lie to your face for a year. I'm not. If my son had a situation and I could save him, I'm not gonna say to y'all, "Oh, I ain't gonna." Nah. My son, I'm going by the law. I'm going by the law. I don't care what it is. I'm going by the law. And then when my son gets in trouble, I go and I change what I said to you the whole year. And that's the whole point. Like you can't act like you a saint, but behave like a sinner. This is what they consider a hypocrite. You can't speak holier than thou, but you chilling on the stroll with the 304s. Either you rocking dirty and you living dirty, or you trying to be a better person. And if you're trying to be a better person, when it's time to be that better person, you got to do it, regardless of the situation. So he's lying to the public. That's the whole point. Lying to the public. Back to her.
37 acts of clemency, 143 pardons, and 94 commutations, including Michael Flynn, Roger Stone, Paul Manafort, Charles Kushner, Steve Bannon, George Papadopoulos, Albert Pirro, and Lil Wayne.
Everybody.
I forgot about Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah, she messed up Lil Wayne's name. And that's another thing. A lot of you people running behind the Democrats was crying about Trump ain't got no black people in his cabinet. That's what I be hearing. He ain't got no black people in his cabinet. No, where's the DEIs, right? But you people be forgetting DEI also covers women. DEI also covers other people of color, Indians. You understand? But the point I'm making is, when Biden gonna let some brothers out of jail? Trump let a lot of brothers out of jail. So if y'all want it to go one way, it's got to go the other. Biden still got a little bit of time. I ain't. Let's see if he lets some brothers out of jail. What's good for the goose is also good for the gander. And y'all need to look at it on both ends. Like I said, y'all being lied to.
So it is a president's prerogative. You know, people can say, "Oh, why are you doing that?" But that's what presidents do every time. They do it every time they pardon somebody.
So I grew up with an immediate family member who was in and out of jail for addiction-related offenses when I was growing up. And now, a decade later, clean, have their life together, serve their time, are still dealing with the consequences. Inability to vote at time, paying restitution, working to get your record expunged, not being able to be eligible for certain employment. Most Americans, if they face consequences for actions that they took, they're going to have to face them. And nobody powerful and politically connected is going to come sweep in and save them. And I think, this feeds the notion to a lot of this country that there's simply a different set of rules for folks in power. And when we sit here and we say a lot like, well, Donald Trump did X, Y, and Z, and how did he get elected? Because to a lot of this country, it just becomes noise. They think that if you commit crimes and somebody powerful and connected in D.C., right, left, center, Biden, Trump, you're going to be able to get away with it if you have someone on your side. And that's not how it is for everyday folks. Secondly, I take issue with lying about it. I wanted to ask him here when he came on The View, but the thought was he said so many times he wasn't going to pardon him. That, to me, is lying to the public. I felt bad for Karine Jean-Pierre that she repeatedly had to say that he wasn't going to pardon him. This is why people don't trust Washington. That's why they don't trust politicians. And I know a lot of us like Joe Biden, but I find it disappointing and bad for our institutions.
Well, look.
Yes, very bad. Very bad. And hopefully with this little bit of video that I did 30 minutes real quick, y'all will start understanding it is time to leave the Democrats alone. Jump on the bandwagon. But if you jump on the bandwagon with the Republicans, don't be bringing that woke nonsense with you. Reprogram your mind. Start realizing it is better for you to have people who are stern and have beliefs on things. That's one thing about the Republicans. They firm on what they firm on. Now, if there's racists involved, there's racists involved in every creed, color, nationality group in America. You know, racism is not just for the white man. Racism is not just for the Republicans. Racism is everywhere, people. But just like crap in the street, you got to watch where you're walking. You understand? and keep it moving. Always forward, never backwards, you know? And y'all gotta stop listening to these people gaslighting you like they be saying. They get in your mind thinking, oh, the world is gonna just fall apart. The world ain't gonna fall apart. The world gonna be just like it is. Because bottom line, God got us all. If you're a Christian, Muslim, a person of faith, you shouldn't even be tripping. You should understand that I got to do what I got to do to make my creator happy. And as long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, he got me. And if I go through some hardship, it's because I'm being tested, and I still got to be patient and persevere through it and learn from it. Stop letting people scare you about every last little thing. We're gonna rock through this. And like I said, and was it in 24 years from now, like what is that, 2028? Let's have a lot more red in the black community. Stop trying to shame Black Americans for being Republicans. Stop shaming Black Americans for voting and supporting Donald Trump. Stop shaming Black Americans for being Christians. Stop shaming them for being Muslim. Stop shaming them from not wanting to deal with all that woke individuals nonsense that we be hearing. And yes, I said nonsense because this is what I believe by what I've been raised as a Muslim, that this is not something that we should be doing. And you should not be shaming me or anybody else because this is what we think. We're not harming anybody. We're just speaking our truth and saying, please keep that over there and leave us alone. And I think the American people are getting to the point where they're getting of all of the programming, all of the wokeness, everywhere from Hollywood to the NFL to the NBA to hip hop in general. It's just time to flip it and get up out of this, you know? And before I get out of here, I got to hit you with one thing real quick that one young Muslim sister, a little advice for those, hit them.
You can't change people, but you can change your reactions, proximity, and boundaries. Put some respect on your name. Allahumma barak.
That's right. Put respect on your name. And I'll catch y'all later. And I'm going to try to put more videos out. Until next time, follow me on all my social media, all my pages, you know, TikTok, Instagram. Hit the like. Just keep supporting. And your brother going to try to keep grinding. I'm going to try to do a lot better than I did in 2024. I'm going to try to keep it live in 25. All right. Peace.
I've been waiting to say this all year, and I'm going to say it. And this is a good time.
Mainstream media is not your friend. The culture is not your friend. The government is not your friend. Big business is not your friend. They are operating collegiately in unison to create a set of systems that are beneficial to them and disadvantage you.
Remember, get your brain up, subscribe to all platforms, and join the resistance.